What's up guys, it's Tricity here, and today I'm back with another tutorial on another addition onto my 370Z. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this sort of Lamborghini interior on the door panel for your 370Z. So looks pretty good. This is just on the passenger side. I've yet to do the driver's side. I just wanted to do one side to see how it looked before I made a video. So you can get a close-up here, see how it looks. And some leather, or it's like a vinyl. It's not really leather, but it feels like pretty good quality. I'll put a link below on where I got it. I got it from, there's two links. There's one on Amazon and then there's one on Etsy. They're pretty much the exact same. I got the one on Etsy because it would arrive faster. The whole sheet was 30 bucks, so it's very, very cheap. The only other things that you would need to purchase is the spray glue. So I'm using this 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. I got this from Menards. I think this was like 10 bucks, I think. And then some brake cleaner. So my dad had some of this, so I'm just using that. So first thing is first, we have to take off the door panel. So we have to take off the whole thing. So the first thing that you have to do, so you have to take off this with a flat head, and then right here there's another piece that you have to take off with a flat head. So let me go do that real quick. So as you guys can see, there's a hole here, which there was supposed to be a screw there, but apparently there is not. The other side had one, but this one apparently does not. So there's going to be a 10mm bolt there, and then there should be two of them. Yeah, there's two of them here. So there's one here and one here. So there's going to be a total of 3. This is held on by clips. So once you have this bolt off, and then the two on the bottom just pops right off. So hopefully you guys are able to see this. I want to grab from somewhere. So for example, there's an air vent here. I can just grab from that and then just pull, just like that. Might have broken a clip or two. I think this one fell off. Just pull. This one will come off too. And as you can see, it is held on. So it is being held on for the window switches. So right here, they do come off, like off their hinges. So they do come off their hinges here and here, and then out of here. So if that does happen to you, don't be afraid. You can put them back in. It's not broken, as long as it doesn't break actually. But if they pop out of their sockets like here and here, that's fine. You can put them back in and no worries. Alright, so as you guys can see, what I did was I took off these two wires, or whatever you want to call these, that were holding in the door handle. So I just popped them off. For this part, it's going to be held in already. And then you're going to have to take off some clips here. So this will be held in right here and right here. And then there's going to be ones holding here and here. So you have to push these down. And then there's going to be a clip here, which is this. So for example, here. So these two are going to be holding onto the white part, and these are going to be inside those slots. So you have to push these out and then push this in. So you're going to have to push this down and then pop this out so you can get this out of this socket here. Once you do that, you'll have the wires here. So obviously this is you need to take this off in order to pop this panel off. So once you see here, you'll have access to the back, which I was trying to take them off from here, which is wrong. So you can see here, where's the flathead? There's right here, you push this in and then the wires pop out. So there's the same thing here. So right there, right here, you should be able to push in and then the wires will pop out. So let me do that real quick. See, so you just push in. So for this one, you just push in here, push it in, and then it just pops out of place. And just like that, you have this piece off. And then now you'll have free realm to be able to take off all the screws. So I took off a good amount of them already. So I took off this one, all the top ones here, and a couple of the bottom ones here. This you have to take off as well. And there's only a couple of them left here. I don't think you need to take off that one. So far I have a good amount there, but I do have to take off some more. So now I will go ahead and do that so you guys can see. Now this comes off. And now you have this part. So now that you've unlocked this, you have to rip this off. So if you look in the back, it is all held up by the tape and the adhesive. So you just rip it off, and then we will measure and cut the new one. So, like I had mentioned, this has a bunch of adhesive on it. The best thing I found that works is brake cleaner. So you spray it with brake cleaner, scrub it with like a sponge, that's what I've been using, and it comes off very, very easily. So I'm going to do that next, and just spray it. That should be enough. And then essentially you just scrub, comes right off. I'm gonna have to put some more at the edge there because I didn't put a lot there. But it comes right off. Very easy. So now we want to match up the vinyl to the piece that we're cutting. So what I'm doing is I'm leaving extras. So here there's a couple inches here. I'm going to cut about up here so I can leave some room, because there is a curve to here. It's not necessarily flat, so I am going to need some extra room in order for me to take advantage of that curve. So I'm going to cut about here. So you need to spray this, and with this spray, this adhesive, you have to wait a couple minutes before you put the actual material on the adhesive, onto the part and the adhesive, because it doesn't get sticky right away. It gets sticky, you know, after 3, 4, 5 minutes. That should be good. So now we wait about, I would say, 5 minutes or so. Maybe listen to a song, watch a quick video, wait for it to dry. So essentially what I did was I cut sort of in the middle, more towards closer to here. I don't know if that really mattered or not, but that's essentially what I did. Was I cut in the middle here, and I cut all the way to the edge here. And there is a little bit of a gap. It's not all the way to the edge. There is a small gap there. So I think that'll help and make sure that it doesn't look like that there's a rip there. Because if you look here, you could sort of see the white fuzzes there. I'm hoping that once I put everything together, I'll be able to fix that and make it so you can't see that. If anything, I could rip all the fuzzes off. The most important thing is making sure this is flat. because if this part is rounded, it's going to be hard to be able to cut this straight. Especially this right here is probably the most difficult part to get in there and make sure that it's flat. So I pretty much wrapped it all around. There are some folds here and there that I'm going to fix. So I need to push this down. So I'm going to spray that, spray here. I might try to fix a little bit here. I'm going to spray that down. And I'll fix this corner here. I'm going to spray it and then try to fold it all across. Alright, so when you're putting it back together, make sure you put this piece back. That's the part that goes inside where the hole was. Put that first, and then you're just gonna essentially put all the screws back in. Then put the control, the piece with the controls here. So, and then you slide that back in, which I will show you once I get to that. So right now I'm just putting all of the screws back in. As you can see, I put in all of the holes, the screws. So I put in all the screws first. Don't put in this screw and then this screw, because you're gonna have to put this on this gray part on top. Then screw those in, and then also screw these in, these two, before we put the gray part on top. So screw these in first, put the gray part on top, screw this one in, and then screw these two. So after that, once you put this gray part in and you have this plastic part in already, you're gonna push in the control for the windows and the locks. So essentially you just put it in there. Then you wanna just push it as hard as you can and try to get these to line up in there. And then these clips to lock in. So essentially the controller will fit in there. And also you want this clip right here. This clip right here to fit in there. And fitment is looking very, very nice. I think I cut it very, very well. Right there you can see, I mean, there is a little bit of a hole here under it, but I mean, no one's gonna really see that. From far, you can't tell at all. The fitment looks perfect. I'm just gonna fix up there a little bit. But other than that, I think it looks, very, very good. After you get all the screws in, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna plug in these wires back in, and then you're gonna put back the locks for the door handles. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm gonna fix that part here, and then I'll film myself putting these wires back in, and then I'll show you guys how to put these back in so you know how to take them out, because I didn't show how to take them out. So I placed the door panel in, and then I just slotted in this wire and then slotted in this set of wires. Now I'm going to show you guys how to put this back in. So I'm going to put this sideways. So they clip in. So this one is for right here. So this ball right here. So you just put that in, and then you lock it in, and then it sits in right there. So now that is stuck in there, and then that controls the door handle. So when you open the door handle, it moves, so you know that works. This one plugs in where the lock is, so it is right there. So that's where the lock is. So if you have it, you can't really see, but if you put it in, if you just put it right in, so into the hole there, that's all you need. And then you can lock this in place too right there. It's locked in now. So as you can see, that is in there. When you lock and unlock, it works. Same with the door handle. So that's how you take them off. I mean, to take them off, you just pop these out and then you just pull that one out. This one you pop out, you put it through there, and then that comes out. So it's very, very easy to take off and very, very easy to put back on. And then now you know that the door handle works. And then now all you have to do is the final step. You just put match up the clips. So there's holes all around. Match up the clips, pop it in place. It's done. So let me do that real quick. Just like it is now on there. Perfect. So you're not done yet though. Don't forget to put that screw in and then put the cover on there, and then put the two that are down here, put the two screws in there, put the cover on there, and then you were done. So like I said, I mean, if there's, don't think that if there's like glue on there that it's ruined. Just use like your fingers, it'll come off. Or I'm probably gonna use like water and soap, use a rag or microfiber towel and rub it all off, and it'll come off pretty easily. Or maybe even some alcohol, that might work too, to get that off. The only thing that I think that I could have done better on is this corner. I might tug this in, you know, a little bit better for it to look better. But I think I did really well on cutting here and making sure it all looks well around all here too. I think this all looks good. I'm really impressed with myself with here, because on the other side I messed up a little bit here, and I had to put a piece in there and it didn't really, it still looks good. You'll notice it if you look up close, but from far you won't be able to notice. But this looks a lot better than on the other side. Like I said, leave in the comments if you have any questions. I'll do my best to help, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more install videos, let me know and I will do so. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.